Being single is not a bad thing. There's nothing wrong with you. It's not touching, like touchy. Hello everybody! Hey guys, it's your boy David, aka Davlorito. If you're new to my channel, hey, my name is David. I'm a Filipino from Germany and I studied in Seoul, South Korea. Today I am back with a video about Korea, and it's about something that I don't usually touch upon on my channel. It's a little bit about dating, not dating alone, but skinship, about touching in Korea, because it's so different. And I have received several messages on my channel again about studying at Sungkyunkwan, because I guess it's just that time of year again. You are applying for the next semester at Sungkyunkwan, so you are informing yourselves. So I thought, you know what, let me do a video about something that you will probably encounter in Korea and you should know about. So stay tuned to find out more. Number one, let's start with hugging. Let me begin by saying I'm a Filipino and I grew up in Germany. How do you say it? I'm a very warm person, especially when it comes to family and friends. I am very open about that, so I don't have any problem hugging my sisters in public. For example, I remember my sisters and I, when we would see each other in school, when we would see each other in the hallway or on school property, we would hug each other, and that was so strange for so many friends of ours or our classmates in general in school before, because like, why are you hugging your sibling in public? So yeah, we hug each other a lot. I would say, I'm not sure about all the Filipinos out there who are growing up abroad, but in my case, I would say we're very like that. At the same time, in Germany, again, this is not for everyone. This is all based on my experience and how I grew up. I would hug my friends. So yeah, in Germany we would hug each other. And it was not like in Korean dramas when you see how they hug and it's like the highlight of the thing. It's like like the coldest hug ever, and then they don't even hug like this. It's just like one, they just pull in the person and then it's just they're just like standing against each other. It's not really a hug, but yeah, we would like hug each other very warmly. Of course, not all. Every culture has their different style, I guess. I grew up in the south of Germany. I grew up with many foreigners. So for example, with my Eritrean friends, we greet each other giving the cheek 3 times. 3 times, okay? And then with the French, it was always 1, 2, so twice. If you're not close, like even if you just meet them for the first time, you're being introduced from one friend to another, they like do bisou bisou, you know, kiss kiss on each side. You don't actually kiss, it's just like, got it? Of course, with some of my male friends, my close friends, we would hug. Oftentimes, you know, to be cooler, you just like go in for the "Hey bro, what's poppin'?"
With your dominant hand and deliver a firm handshake. Pull your friend close and swing your elbow behind you. Open your opposite hand and then proceed through the previous steps. Make sure to keep the handshake throughout the hug.
Or like later on in school, I would just like fist pump people because No. Point is that I'm trying to make here is, when it comes to closeness in meeting friends where I grew up, whether you were German or you were from a different country, we would kind of have some sort of skinship, if you understand what I mean. We would get in touch with our cheeks, with our hands, with our temples. That's also another thing. I forgot with whom I did these things. I would say with some of my Turkish, Albanian, and other Middle Eastern friends, we would greet each other by giving bull. We would like with our forehead, with our temples. And yeah, so the point is, in Korea, we don't do that. I feel like with my Korean friends, many times you would greet and say goodbye and you had not had any contact with them. Like, you don't give each other the hand, you don't even fist pump, you don't hug, it's just like annyeong. The most awkward thing for me, and I'm just letting you know because you might find it awkward too, is when people, they seem to be close and they had a good time, and I would see it so many times in Korea, when they say goodbye to each other, they're literally standing this far from each other. Imagine this is the head, okay? So they have like this much space between each other, and they'd be like, annyeong, annyeong. They're just like standing in front of each other and doing like this. Sometimes they would hold each other's hand, especially the girls do it a lot. I saw that. I'll take the left hand of the person, and then they would just hold it and just like squeeze it and oh, please meet me again soon, oh come, like stuff like that. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing, I'm just saying that it's different. So yeah, for me it was a bit awkward. I want to tell you a story which is a bit awkward for me. When I was in Jeju, you know, I was there with a group. We were all having a good time, and then we were taking group pictures, and something happened to me that I won't forget. It wasn't such a big deal, but I just thought I'd share. We took a picture, and in group pictures, I feel like you understand when you like take, you know, like there's a person here, there's a person, and you're like, hey, whoa, you're posing, and then you just insert yourself here. And I put my hands around them, right? So it just so come to happen that on my right side, it was a girl that I didn't really know, but it was just like we went there as a group, okay? So we were enjoying ourselves. So while we were taking pictures, I put my arm, I guess, just like that, without checking who was there. So I put it on her shoulder. Tell me why ain't nothing but a boy. And her reaction just showed me how what I did was not normal, because her reaction was after I like, imagine this is her, okay, and then my hand goes here, and then she's like, what are you doing? Or like, what is this? Like, it was not normal. And I just want to say sorry to whoever you were, if you remember that day. I'm really sorry, I'm not a bad guy, and I didn't mean anything bad by it. It's just I grew up being a warm person and being very close to friends and just touchy like that. It's not even touchy, it's just like for a picture. To all the guys that are going to Korea, just remember, if you make female friends, as much as possible avoid body contact, because it might send off the wrong message. And even if you're interested in the girl, by touching them, that is not, I feel like that is not a good approach. Be more cautious about getting that kind of bodily contact, especially with the opposite sex. So now coming to the same sex. This is a bit awkward for me as well, or it was not awkward, it was strange. Here in Germany, I rarely get any physical contact with my male friends besides the greeting, as I just mentioned earlier. Besides that, you don't really touch each other. When I say touch, I'm not saying in a romantic or perverted way, I just mean, what is berühren? Berühren. It's not touching, like touchy, but for example, if you're sitting, okay, in Korea, it happened to me a lot of times. The closer I got with my male friends, I realized that usually would happen in a group, not when you're by yourselves. But let's say you're out with a group of friends, and then a male friend of yours, and you're male as well, for me it was the case, that my male friends did this a lot to me. They sat beside me, and while we were talking, they would take my hand, either play with it, like, I don't know, stuff like that, or just hold it like this. And then they wouldn't even directly talk to me, they would just like be in a conversation with others, but while we were, they would just hold my hand like this, or like, what? I can't even explain, but they would just hold it. It seemed very natural, and apparently it's how they show that we're closer than just strangers. Sometimes, you know how when you guys sit on a bench, we kind of sit a little bit more wide-legged, I don't know how to say it, breitbeinig. It's not like our legs are too close to each other when we're chilling. So it happens that we're a bit sitting like this, and then their hand would be on your, I can't even show it, like this. It will be like that. I have to say that in Germany, I want to say that never happens to me and my male friends. So that's the opposite. So while hugging in Korea is so like, don't do it. Tell me why. But then the smaller touchy moments are totally normal, and it's okay. I don't know, I just feel like friendship, male to male, female to female, like touching and, you know, and like that is much more apparent, you can see it more in Korea than I would see here in Germany. And the last one is PDA, public display of affection. I want to say that here in Germany, not so much. I don't feel like people are very public in expressing their affection. I feel like it's very casual here. When you see couples here in Germany, it's just like, yeah, they're just very casual. Yeah, they do kiss in public here, they touch each other in public here, they hold hands each other in public here, but it seems more natural, and it's just very like quick. Like it's not in your face. And if somebody is doing that, like a couple does that in your face, like it's so over the top, then people will notice and feel uncomfortable. In Korea, you'll see couples everywhere, and everything is so public, like in a way that they want you to know that they are in a relationship, that they are a couple, and it's more of a display to the world, like wearing couple t-shirts, couple stuff, couple whatever, and everything's so into your face. I feel like once you land in the airport in Incheon or Gimpo or wherever you land, you'll see couples everywhere. I feel like in Korea is the country where there's couples everywhere. If you're not careful, you might fall into that whole, oh, I'm not good enough, nobody wants me, I'm by myself. If I compare Germany and Korea, I want to say that in Germany, PDA is very casual, very short, still very public. While in Korea, I feel like PDA is very showy and yet still very stiff. I feel like it's very robotic, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not here to bash and to say Korea is better than Germany or Germany, you know, it's not like that. It's just in my perception, that's what I felt. I felt like it was more of a habit in Korea. You date, you do this, that's what you do. Okay, like that. Yeah, so anyway, that was all about the touchy parts, and I just want to say to all the exchange students or foreigners that are in Korea, or if you're still gonna go there, I just wanted you to know that you will probably see very many couples around you, and if you are not in a relationship, or your relationship cannot come with you, you are in Korea by yourself, please, please, please do not be discouraged. Please do not be taken by the whole, you know, couple culture in Korea. Stand strong. There's nothing wrong by being alone, and I also say this to all the Koreans that are watching right now. Being single is not a bad thing. There's nothing wrong with you. In Korea, it's very strange to them if they find out you're single for no apparent reason, but I just want you to not be taken by that and to force yourself into something that you don't really want. I said this in my previous video, being tricked into a blind date, and the person was telling me that my mindset is so wrong because I don't believe in dating. I'm just gonna address this here real quick. I don't believe in dating. I was single for 9 years because I had decided with 17 that I am going to not date, that I don't believe in the boyfriend-girlfriend thing, but I believe in finding the one, my wife, the one for me, and there's no hit or miss, not trial and error. I set myself for that person, and when that day comes, I'll find the person. And many people always thought it was a nice fairy tale and that it would not happen. I was single for 9 years, and for those who are new to my channel, yes, I am engaged now for over 1 year. So yeah, after 9 years, I did find the one, and I cannot explain how it is, but you just know. For me, that's how it was. I was just so sure that she's the one. So yeah, that's my story. The reason why I'm telling you this is that while I was single for those 9 years, I had the best time, and I did not doubt myself. I did not think of myself less. And I think, was it Eleanor Roosevelt said, nobody can make you feel inferior without your consent. And I think that is true, and I believe that when people make you feel inferior or less good or less worthy because you're not in a relationship, it's always up to you if you take that in and believe it. So for all the single people out there, especially when you're in Korea, please do not think that you are less worthy, that you are less of a person, that you are not good enough. Just enjoy your life. I enjoyed the 9 years of being single. I mean, with enjoyed, I don't mean sleeping around and going on dates. I've literally enjoyed being single. I traveled around the world, I made many friends, studied several things, I learned new things, I started YouTube, I started new hobbies, and tried out new things without thinking about, oh, I need to be in a relationship and why don't I have anyone? It will come in the right time. So yeah, especially the exchange students, enjoy your time in Korea. Don't chase for a forced relationship. It will happen when it will happen. So yeah, just here to motivate all the single people out there. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about Korea, please let me know in the comments down below. If you have any questions about studying at Sungkyunkwan, check out the link down below. I have a playlist of questions that have already been asked, so maybe your question is going to be answered in one of those videos. If not, then feel free to comment your question under one of those videos as well, so I might help you with your question. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to live life alive. So other than that, I wish you all a good morning, good afternoon, and good evening wherever you may be. See you soon. Adios. Kumai.